So you go back downstairs and you go up to one of the trap goos and scrape it off the wall and sort of scrape on the inside of the vial and cork it. Add to your inventory vial of trap goo.
Foul.
Pile of trap goo. Let's go. Excuse me. Okay. So, looking out from the watchtower, we can see where they are hanging out.
Well, I'm making checks for the other team as they begin moving.
Yes.
I'll communicate what we just did via the earpiece to the seekers if they are within range.
They're barely within range. They are moving fast. Moving very carefully and quietly.
And very effective, mostly.
No, noted. From what we see, nothing seems to have noticed you, so that's good. Are you guys going to regroup with us?
We should.
Or do you want us to start heading for the bridge for the cradle?
I turn to the others and I ask, what are we doing?
I think it'd be better if we all stuck together and split off into two groups.
Yeah, I think that regrouping would be a good plan.
Regrouping.
We could meet up at the bridge.
We're in a house that has sightline on the bridge. We'll hold out here, wait for you guys to get around.
Mm-hmm.
Just let us know.
I also take the opportunity to communicate the nature of these hair traps.
Right. We've just been avoiding Elven the best we can, but I think we're gonna keep doing that. But if we're forced into a situation, it's good knowledge.
Right, shall we get out?
I want to try looking out from this tower to see if we can see the other two towers.
Oh no, you totally can.
Can we see any black haze from them effectively? Oh hey, there's more creatures over there.
Roll me perception.
Can I join on that?
Sure. Bit difficult to tell.
I would imagine with all the stuff in the air.
At a distance and with all the shit in the air.
It's very tiny.
Yeah, Logic, you can't see. It's way too
What
infectedly hazy.
What's your human eye see? Because fuck the elves.
To you, Chedamere, you do see one other tower, the top left one next to the market district, emitting similar spores.
Mm-hmm. I would make note of that to everyone. If we go over there, expect similar. Although, also expect more traps, because it's right next to the hunter's thing. Well, we have a semi-secure location. Would it be possible to, when we're leaving, to somewhat barricade the entrance to the place so that someone can't get in?
Barricade an entrance from the outside?
Fair. You know what? Fair.
I'll just relock the door.
Lock it better. Can you do that? I don't know.
It's not the best quality lock. It's not like a
Could jam it?
17 tumbler.
Could jam the lock?
You could do that. You could just break it after closing it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Alright, so you relock it and then just give it a swift and sturdy busting off the doorknob on the outside, curving in the door a little bit. But as you try to just even try to shake it slightly, it doesn't budge. And you're satisfied with the results. You're used to opening doors, not forcibly locking them permanently, but, it's not bad. So, I need you guys to make some more stealth checks. Seeker Henri describes the location where she and the other Seeker... And
Why'd you do that advantage?
Oh.
Oh shit.
I don't. It's 15. I just forgot to turn it off.
alright.
So that's like 13-ish average.
Alright, well, let's hope your freaking NPCs can buffer it up. Dynamite coming in strong. What about Nevi? That's Tala.
Hey.
Tala coming in strong. Nevi, you know.
Never.
Nevi's Nevi. Nevi is
Except for
Nevi.
once.
And then your boy Owen. With that +0. Time for a nat one. Oh no, 518 is pretty good.
Out city slicking his uncle.
He's used to hiding. 14.875, so 15 average. Just as before.
Solid.
Statistics.
Consistent.
Consistent.
Probably not gonna die.
Let's not speak
Probably
this
not going to die, Seymour.
Sounds like you're a bit afraid there.
I'm a big believer in jinxes.
Oh, hell yeah, that's why you... Correct!
Yeah.
So yeah, as you guys are progressing, you guys are still managing to stay relatively stealthy. You do note that there are some basic fundamental creatures dead here and there. No doubt the Seekers work. Some are stuffed away, semi-hidden, others are not. And you also at the same time notice that some of these creatures, some of the living versions of animate versions of these creatures are next to their departed kin, but they don't really seem to notice. So they're pretty mindless in that regard. There do come some times in which you guys have to dispatch a couple in your own path. But let's be honest here. I'm not going to make you roll to kill like 2 of them, because that's a fucking waste of my time and yours.
Try using the cures instead?
If you want to. I will say that there's nothing really distinguishing these creatures one versus another, so... If you guys want to cure shit, that's on your prerogative. You guys have to tell me.
I would advise strongly that we spend as little of it as possible.
Yeah, my main thing is that we're not going to be able to save everyone, and so we really need to conserve it in case like we cross a situation where we really feel like we need it.
Oh, I forgot to ask. How much cure do you allocate to the Seeker team? You guys had 48.
Could we just give them like 1, maybe 2 each? Yeah, 2. So that'd be 7, 14.
14.
I think that's fair. And explain them the rules of just like, if it gets real bad, then use it. It'll reset once. That'd be 34. Two.
Alright, I'm making a hand right now.
Beep. Bop.
I already made a hand out.
Let them know there's a safe house with special watch agents.
Yeah, you guys didn't really tell him that, so...
Yeah, also Connor said don't mention the special watch stuff, so it's like,
I mean, you're never supposed to mention the special...
So mentioning a secret hideout, it's like...
Except for, like, 2-3 exception teams, but... In general, you don't.
It's just that's gonna be a situation we gotta dance around.
Welcome to why FBI and CIA don't work well together at times. So, I mean, if it happens, it happens. What can you say? So, none of your mantles are broken right now, so go you. But over the course of after, I don't know, 15 minutes in the tower, so we'll just say we're at 40 minutes to get there, going slowly. We'll say an hour. After an hour, after your guys' initial entrance into this place, you guys are in sightline of the bridge. You guys yourselves aren't tucked away in a house or anything. You're sort of ducking in between houses.
You said it's been an hour?
Yeah.
Could the Jenmer would make note to Seema, like, maybe start looking out for early on signs of the disease.
I mean, you guys aren't infected, you know it.
Yeah.
Your matches are
Oh,
still working.
fuck, right. Shut up. I forgot. Shut up.
Like, the Seekers are pretty clear. You'll know when the match stops working, where it's like having the lights begin blinking intermittently or just don't go on at all. Yeah, it's pretty obvious. So, as you guys are sort of peeking out of an alleyway, there's not like a shit ton of buildings next to the bridge. You don't build buildings next to the bridge. It's not
That's not
wise. Especially one that fucking sees criminals, crazy people, orphans, mentally unstable people. Yeah. Basically what I'm saying is there's a clearance space from the bridge. And the closest building, the one in which you assume the Seekers are in, is still like several hundred feet away. But it's within sideline, because there's nothing in the way. So go, yeah. So yeah, you ping up Henri, and then her and her squad know that you guys are around. Alright. They come out, sort of eventually spot you guys, and you guys regroup. Get anything good from that tower?
Hopefully slows down infection rate or something.
Learned a little bit about the traps.
Those are the sort of traps I saw at the Novembro.
The creature doing the spreading didn't seem aware of its surroundings.
I can't speak for that one. Hopefully we don't come across too many of them.
Also, I could see one of the watchtowers potentially had another one of these creatures in it. So, if we come across it again, be wary. Anyways.
If these creatures are perpetuating the spread of the disease, taking them out and ensuring that the towers are kept clear could be a means of preventing further spread. Well, it would not be as effective, at least.
Aye, getting rid of them helps, but for how long?
This is true.
Could just get replaced.
Fair point.
So, to the cradle?
Indeed.
So, you guys begin going through the clearance area paths such that lead to one of the shale bridges of the shale bridge cradle.
Why are they
The
called
secret team is immensely on edge, being caught in an open space. And they all have assorted arrows, all of them sort of giving off this sort of different magical essence off of them. Off the tips of them, at least.
Shut up.
I thought I'm supposed to be the youngest.
I told myself
I like how
to shut
literally
up, alright?
just the phrase tips makes you go.
Because I was thinking the same stupid joke, and then he actually verbalized it, and it's like, okay, well.
Well, you're a nerd.
Anyways.
But everyone keeps a relative eye out. Now, I hope you guys didn't think that this would just be, ups and daisies, nice and tactical in your favor the whole way. I, of course, have encounters and shit that can go bad. Or right.
Check the river. Look for crab people.
Well, I was gonna say one of you roll me 1d100.
I shall do it.
Okay.
Because my luck is notoriously fantastic. Oops, shit.
I specifically changed it so that they aren't good on one end, all bad on the other end. They're intermingled.
Does that intermingle in our favor?
Let me check.
I feel like I've rolled 38 repeatedly. I don't know why. I think 38's a good number.
Are you sure about that,
No.
John Cena? You sure about that? Okay. As you guys are beginning to leave the alleyways of which you guys regrouped in, crossing into this clearance area to the shallow bridge, you guys all hear something like, I guess it's like this, like something much louder, much more rattling, coming off from the. Okay, I'm just gonna orient in the way that the map. Just because I'm getting tired of fucking cross-referencing the bottom left. So anyways, coming from the northern, quote-unquote, northern side of you, you hear this, like, it's like a bag filled with, like, a shit ton of, like, metallic objects, pots and pans, and other accessories on ends. And then as you guys go turn to look at it, and all the seekers just begin immediately aiming their bows in that direction, you guys see a very peculiar looking creature. And I was like, it's the size of a child. Or, I don't know, a halfling, whatever. It's a relatively small height. It has two big, well, not big as in it's tall, but two, like, thick legs. And then 3 sets of arms.
Arms, yes.
Arms, yes. It does remind you a bit like Recris. It actually does.
Recris, what happened to you?
Mama, they're swimming out. Wrong place. Anyways. And again, similar to the iconic, albeit crazy, image of Recris, this creature holds over its uppermost set of arms a sack, a very large sort of burlap sack. In the 2 middle set of arms it has, it's holding 2 smaller sacks. And then its 2 lowest set of arms is doing this sort of like hand gripped together, so this covetous motion, and it's just staring at you guys. And you see that you can't really see the body of it. It's sort of just covered by several layers of fancy looking attire. But on its head it wears this helmet. Sort of like a guard's helmet. And then peering in from the inside are 2 very just bright globes of light, I guess. I don't know. And it's just staring at you guys. It's very weird. It's just sort of staring at you in silence, other than the general nervous, jittery nature of it shaking the metallic odds and ends it has that cause it to rattle and give off noise. And the Seekers, you can tell some of them, it's so far away, some of them are just lining their shots up.
Who wants to talk to the creepy bag child?
Talking is not on the table. Fire. Wait, my bad. Don't want to trigger. Loose.
The instant I hear them say loose or hear the bolt twangs, I'll put a Hexblade's Curse on the creature. And follow
What's
up
the
with
range
a
on Hexblade's Curse?
Let's see.
Infinite.
Yeah, sure.
30 feet.
It is not within 30 feet.
How far away is it?
I probably reckon like 150 or something.
150. Let me check something.
Yeah, this thing, you notice this thing as you guys are in the center of the clearing space.
I'll hold off until it comes closer. Never mind.
Alright, well, time to make some attack rolls.
Shadmir just gets defensive and starts looking around for anything else.
If it gets to 120 feet, I'll fire some Eldritch Blasts.
I'm just gonna roll with advantage, so I can roll 2 people at the same time. Good.
Are the Seekers launching their bows?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Seekers are shooting.
Okay. Cowabunga it is.
Okay, so that's 5 attacks. Only one of them hits. Those, on the other hand...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pachoo, pachoo.
Now, which elements were these? Or which arrows were these? What am I saying? They're not busting out their fancy arrows there. They're just busting out the fucking lethal shit. Yeah, so let me just roll damage. I have your damage there. So let me just roll the damage for the one Seeker that hit. Pretty basic. So let's see, it's 39? 39. And now... let's roll a d20. Modulator. Well, not that matters. Okay, so, as a volley... In technicality, the Seekers could attack twice, but they're not going to waste ammo. As a volley of arrows get fire lined at this creature, like 150 feet or so away, it gets impaled and just gouged by 3 arrows, 2 of which coming from your resident gladiatorial friend. And it just looks down at the arrows now protruding out of its body, and then just sort of begins pulling out the arrows with its two free hands.
Yucky.
And you see, like, every time it pulls an arrow out, just goo. I guess goo is the word of the day today. Ooze sort of spurts out of it. And then it shoves the 3 arrows it got shot with into one of its small bags, and then runs away. Runs away, ducks into an alleyway, and runs out of sight.
What the?
But doesn't make any noise.
No. The Seekers all just look at each other, and they look at Captain Henri. Ma'am, should we... I don't fucking know. She looks at you guys.
It might alert someone that we're here. Might.
But us,
So we should move.
but us clambering after it is also going to alert things that we're here.
Could be a trap.
I'm with Aldrich.
That's
We
what
should
I'm-
move.
I think moving
This is
sounds
not
like a great
supposed
plan.
It
If
is like
anything-
that some crazy mutant.
Could be that the one thing that persisted was avarice, greed.
I hope that's what it is. I don't want to find out. Let's go. You guys begin hurriedly going down, or going to the shell bridge. You guys eventually get to the bridge itself. Some of you noting or observing the water for fear of aquatic creatures, or amphibious ones, rather. Luckily, no crab people, you know, taste like crab, talk like people emerge from its waters. The bridge itself is relatively wide. It's probably like some 20 feet. It's long by, I don't know, 4 times that length. And as you guys sort of, not as sneaky as you could be, but still relatively sneakily, you know, duck across using the walls of the bridge as sort of a cover to keep you obscured from any casting gazes. You guys begin seeing through the fog and miasma the much more solid and detailed facade of the Shellbridge Cradle and its compound's walls. Honestly, from a meta modern perspective, it is something like a strip mall. So it's like a series of buildings and such, which are all clearly within the same compound. That being said, strip malls don't usually have walls, which the Cradle does. So shit.
It's a gated mall.
It is. It's a gated mall. It does have big metal gates. But can... Oh, fuck it. Why not? All of you, make me an Arcana check.
Really?
You never,
Get better than me, please. I beg of you. Oh, get better than 8.
Oh, of course, Sam does well.
I want him to get better than 8. So
If he gets a nat 20, I'm alive. Oh. Whoa.
Ooh.
You got
Gentlemen
double
knows-
your score, I'll give you that.
Gentleman knows dick. I mean, no, she doesn't.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
anyways.
yeah. Too easy, too easy.
Yeah. Didn't even mean to, but it happened. Anyways.
Tsushima and Marshall. This just makes for good creative opportunity. To Tsushima and Marshall, you immediately get the feeling like you're being watched. Actually, I should make this for Seekers. I'm making it for the 2 big Seekers. I'm not gonna do it for everyone.
Yeah, I feel like it's a situation where the Quinted Shard, like, blows.
Give me...
And I feel like...
Evelyn, tell me clutch. Yeah, so as like...
Makes sense.
As you yourself begin feeling this watching presence, Marshall, you sort of make out like the not silhouette, but like the general outline. You can see the cracks and crevices of armor and things like that of Dominic, and it's there for only a moment. It's like someone giving you a warning and then getting cut off. He just says, "Watch out," and that's it. You wait for like an arrow, a bolt, an attack, nothing happens. And that just makes you a bit more on edge. For you, Seema, I'm not saying that you're necessarily used to having gods literally watch over your shoulder. That being said, the feeling is a bit familiar. But it is not as benevolent or generous or warm as that of Karem or Lovisa. It was cold, distant, but still relevant. It's like after you watch a horror movie and you walk around alone in your house, and then you get that weird paranoid feeling that you're not alone.
That's why I don't watch horror movies ever.
If you ever feel lonely at night, just watch a horror. You won't feel so lonely anymore. Yeah, you get that feeling, and so do, well, not necessarily the same way. I don't think our 2 Seeker captains are used to gods, but they do both note it.
I mean, one of them is probably a little more used to him.
Yeah, Evelyn just holds out a hand, and then all the Seekers just sort of take a knee and just wait. Something knows we're here.
Hey, there's something.
She just immediately turns on her heel and just instructs everyone, not just her team, but all of you. Is there anything watching us physically? A creature? That creature? And she points back the way you came. Something in the water? Keep an eye out.
Shadowmere does as instructed.
I look around.
Are there like buildings?
If you want to keep like take a picture glance right now, just roll perception.
Yeah. Looking at like alleyways or something.
Yeah, I
Oh
think
no,
Marshall's-
no.
I
No,
mean,
I-
like,
Shield.
I will say like the town itself technically has like obscurity, like the effect, like light obscurity or whatever. Ooh. That's my owl impression.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Something reflects off the shields.
There's nothing physical watching you.
I inform her of that. Do I get any inclination of what else could be wrong?
Something not physical is
Not
watching
physical. Cool. Could it be the fog itself?
you. The fire covers the whole town.
That's the mention of the Overmind.
I will message you something in particular, which I imagine you're just gonna tell me.
Probably. That doesn't mean
I'll
appreciate
mentally send a thought towards Vanadis and ask if she's sensing anything.
I will roll a d. I'll roll a d20. We'll give it +4. Why not? Give me +4. Why not?
D90.
Yeah, 1d90.
Something is divinating on us. Chadman has no idea what the fuck divination is. That's not what he
It's like, what's divination?
No, that's not what he messaged or anything. I was just saying that. I think she would have like an inclination of what the different schools of magic are, but like honestly, just like I know the names of certain things.
That just confirms that something magic. What?
I'll tell that. I'll inform the Evelyn, Seeker Evelyn, that it's magical in nature. Someone's probably spying.
Oop, shit, that's a recording. I would make note. There's nothing physical around, but it tends to need something that it can see through, if that makes sense. They don't typically just see whatever's going on. They have to have someone there to view it. If that makes sense.
A
Oop.
bucket head.
Typing anything else. More things.
Whatever it is, then we best move. Let's encircle us.
Yes, agreed.
Be ready to walk into anything. Traps, ambush. Expect it. Prepare for it.
Gentlemen, can you set up a alarm on the bridge? Let us know if anything is crossed behind us.
It's a 20-foot wide bridge. I could cover the bridge.
You could cover the bridge.
Yes. I would do so, actually. That's a solid idea. How would she present that information?
So busy looking at Evelyn's fucking spells. Forgot I have to play with this shit.
We could...
Yeah, it's spellcasters.
There's like this feeling of walking almost into a trap. I think we might be heading towards something.
Well, it is something
that's-
we're looking for, so...
So here's a question.
Downside, it definitely knows us better than we know it.
Would this work?
Would what work? Ah, yes. Until the end. Gotta put the...
Ugh.
Oh wow, it's awfully very specific, actually. Marking on one use of divine sense. Not like this thing ever comes into play, except like right now. Tala can tell you, this place is desecrated.
Like the whole place or the Shadow Birch Cradle?
This is the whole place. Even this bridge. It's all connected. It's like shivers.
We should take.
She looks at Sima concernedly. How did I know that? she's new to being Paladin.
You're channeling. Good job.
I do not like this feeling.
I'd say you get used to it, but you kind of don't.
Thank you for not telling me comforting lies.
We should be even more cautious than we have been.
Can we not turn back? Was there not another route? If we want to leave, now's the time. We're not even halfway across the bridge yet.
If we want to go
That being
to
said, it's faster this way.
If we want, we can go back and go through the execution area instead. That would go to the same location. And we would
One of the seeker quarantine seekers just. I'm not sure if that sounds any better. Might be our execution ground.
Agreed. And plus, with the stuff you're following us, it's probably coming from behind.
A trap can be turned around if you know you're springing it.
We're wasting time. Decide now, forward or back.
I vote forward.
Same.
We'll press on.
Exactly, you, Chenmere.
Go forward.
Forward it is. Let's go. This bridge is not helpful. There's no cover.
What's the bridge like? Is it just flat, or is it like stone, wood, suspension?
It's a stone bridge. You can tell when you guys are approaching it, there's sort of wood pillar foundations that keep it up. It is a bit of a curved bridge. Really slight curve. It's not like a big-ass U, you know?
Okay, so like, can we stay to the edge and have some cover?
You'd have cover from things looking at you from if they're not on the bridge.
Mhm.
But, like, the bridge, if they were on the bridge too, it'd just be a straight shot for both sides. Which I guess worse in some ways.
I would wave others over and take the lead on one side of it.
Marsh takes point.
I'll flank Owen together with Danway.
You know what? We have all these tokens. Why don't we put them to use? On the bottom left, outside the map, over here. Meow. All right, sorry, Coin, you're not here.
Nope.
I only have Edgar on the shoulder because it looks cute.
We'll say upward is the direction toward. Backwards is back the way you came, so up and down.
I'll take the top left.
Oh no, those people are in formation, but you guys are putting in space that I don't know. All right, so classic diamond formation. If I could get the spacing right. There you go.
It is a formation.
See him at the back.
I like to take up the rear.
Giggity.
Thank you, not the only
Boo.
one.
Missed opportunity. You could say grab the rear.
I like how Owen has his like own protection squad.
Sometimes you need it.
Yeah, so I'd just be ducking underneath the natural cover and have my shield out in front of me.
Seekers all got their bows drawn.
Is your axe able to be used one-handed?
No, I'm not using it.
Oh.
Spear's out right now.
Well, now this is
Yes,
awkward
ma'am.
because Jeremy's doing the same thing. Continue.
Hey, two shield Just fucking set up a phalanx. You bust up the hoplites. Come on.
Yeah, that's the point. We
I
hold
don't
the
think you guys
line.
got any hopliones, but you know, whatever.
I
You don't
mean-
need those shields.
Oh, never mind. That's the Greek. I'm thinking of the Roman scutum.
Scoot 'em.
The hoplion was the circular, the Spartan shield. Even though it's not Spartan, it's Greek. Anyways, so you guys begin sure in conviction, roughly. You guys begin heading to the Showbridge Cradles. Bleak, dreary, similarly covered in black ichor, stone walls all topped, and met in the middle with metal. You can see the riverbank just over there. And then, as you guys come and approach the cradle, like a butler or a servant greeting their master, the two tall metal gates to the cradle open wide. Henri immediately turns to look at Evelyn, at you guys, and then she promptly says, "Alright, let's get this fucking straight. We're not going in that whatever the fuck that is. We clear?"
Mm.
Agreed. We circle around. Because that is all the bad.
Alright, good to see we're in accordance. Let's get to the riverbank. Fuck this place. she wags her finger at the cradle.
Mm-hmm.
When I pass through, I'm going to hold the gate and make sure it doesn't try to separate us.
No, the wall itself is... The riverbank isn't inside the wall. Yeah, I draw a really shit down.
Oh, okay. So you don't have to go through the gate?
Here's water. Here's the bank. Then... Yar be the wall.
Okay, yeah. Because that's all the, like, nah.
Yeah, I figured.
Computer says no.
My 8-ball says fuck you, so I'm leaving. So, you guys step off the cobblestone path that leads towards the cradle and begin stepping towards the riverbank itself. It's a bit muddy. Still has some river rocks to it and such like that, but it's not unstable surface, but it's just a bit muddy. You guys have been traveling through the Twins. You guys have faced significantly worse.
How wide is it?
The river?
Like,
or the bank?
The walking area.
The bank itself, probably like 10 or so feet.
Okay. So
you can go
I
too
would
wide.
stay on the outside then and let the softer personnel stay on the inside.
Reassemble the formation.
Basically just... If they're over there, just get to the side of them. So I'm interposing myself between them and the water.
And then Fred, all your friends over there.
Well, the
And we're
space is only
actually-
10 feet. The space is only 10 feet. You have to be next to someone.
I
gonna go over
can't
to the-
move Owen and Danaway, that's why.
Oh, I can move it. Just move it yourself, and I'll move.
Okay.
Which side is the water on, if I'm looking at
Left
this?
side is outward towards the river. Right side is the wall of the cradle.
And I'm assuming Paula would be sword and shield out as well.
Yeah.
Is Marshall in the lead?
Marsh was in the lead.
Alright.
The Seekers will move if you want. They don't care.
No, I'll keep put Owen next to Nevi and put Danaway next to me or Seema.
How about both? Mission accomplished.
Yeah, either one, both technically.
I imagine you guys aren't literally on each freaking playing grab ass with each other on each other's freaking case. I imagine there's a bit of space between you, but just for formation wise, that's all I'm wondering. It's sort of like, you know, kids playing on the river, except, you know,
The river fights
the world
back.
is shit. The river is literally evil, and you guys are armed to the teeth.
Can I point out that I'm very satisfied arranged the seekers so that they are in correct rainbow?
That was unintentional, but hey, it works out. Works out.
I didn't notice that, but now that I notice it, I do love it as well.
They're gay.
Maybe it
I'm
was
so proud of them.
subliminally intentional.
I love the fucking art I found for him. I'm so fucking proud of it. Looks dope.
Pretty good. And I love how it mirrors.
Mirrors. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna show you the full pic. Because it looks badass as hell. These are player character ready portraits right there. Like, look at that. Look at that son of a bitch.
Hey,
That guy says, "Fuck you, I'm an assassin scout from the woods. Get out of my swamp."
Just know, I'm waiting in the wings, ready to tag in. Main character stats.
Green Arrow who?
You got my fucking red arrow. Fuck you. Anyways, so you guys begin trudging along. And as you guys, it narrows and expands here and there, but again, just for simplicity and brevity's sake, it's roughly 10 feet across the whole way. You got some uniform building code, haha. Which is ironic for the twins, considering how much of a shithole this place is. Anyways, though, that oppressive watching presence doesn't leave you guys. Ever.
because we're in this area, probably.
And you guys also hear voices coming from the other side of the wall that you guys are standing next to, or traveling next to. This is where I get to take each and every one of you differently into whispers. Because you guys don't hear the same voices.
Huh.
Ooh.
So just be ready for me to suddenly move you back and forth. I will start top, so Fred starts first. Yeah.
Having a good time, having a good time.
Do you think he's gonna take Asonia to Whispers, or?
I mean, like, what's he gonna say to the computer that just plays music and occasionally?
Never know, man. This place is crazy. Still think this was the best option, but boy,